So I go through periods in time as I try to understand why I'm here and how to best understand the things that I want, how to spend my time, and the consequences of not just action but inaction. Um, I think that there's a debate between cultures in the world. Some believe that strict discipline and virtue and routine are superior to indulging yourself in momentary wants. Those people believe that having a grand plan, large sacrifices produce large rewards, long term visions require dedication and discipline and sacrifice in order to get to the rewards, but normally the rewards are much greater for a long-term overarching plan versus what do I want to do right now? Well, I'm going to go out and get drunk and hook up with someone. I'm going to go out to eat and spend a bunch of money versus the people who are saying, I want to own a home someday. I'm going to go to sleep early and I'm going to go into work early tomorrow and do some overtime. Um, I want to be able to afford to go on vacation in a few months. So instead of going out tonight and getting restaurant food, I'm gonna go buy groceries and save my money for my vacation instead of just spending it on everyday necessities. Do I need to pay $50 for a steak dinner tonight, or can I go out and buy the ingredients for 10 to $20 and cook it myself? So, I mean, after a while, of being disciplined, you do need to reward yourself and provide yourself with the opportunity to indulge. But if you do that all the time, then indulgence becomes your baseline. I think as near as I can tell from my lived experience, because when I was a child, even a teenager, 20 something, I was a lot more impulsive. I wanted instant gratification. I wanted to go do something right now, and I wanted to feel better. I wanted to feel happy. I wanted to get drunk. I wanted to get some sort of satisfaction immediately. As I get older, those immediate type goals become less and less appealing because the rewards are very predictable. It's going to be short term happiness with an expression of regret to follow. And, you know, you start to realize just like as hangovers get worse, as you get into your late 30s and 40s and hangovers start to become more punishing, you start to question the relationship of ingesting alcohol and having a good time and then completely fucking up the rest of your weekend, the rest of your day, the next day, whatever it is. But there are consequences. So the consequence to indulgence is the sunny day becomes the cloudy day because you've eliminated the discipline, which is a rainy day, and the normal routine, which is a cloudy day. And then the days that you get to do something that you genuinely enjoy or have worked really hard for or have been waiting for, these are the sunny days. And without a sunny and a cloudy day, the rainy day becomes the norm. If you eliminate the rainy and the sunny, then the cloudy day becomes the norm, which is what it normally is. But to have the range of human emotion, you must have discipline and indulgence, or you just exist. So this is the reason that I believe that there is value to discipline. I think discipline makes your life better. It makes my life better. It makes me appreciate things. If there's something that's not easily attainable, you get much more dopamine from executing a long-term vision that you know that you had to spend weeks or months planning and executing, and then you finally get to the day and all your hard work pays off. Versus just being like, well, I'm gonna go. I want it now. You're never going to get anything of value with that attitude unless you're supremely lucky, because it's just not the way it works. Most high value rewards require a degree of discipline and sacrifice. And I know that part of the reason that this is being pushed back upon is because right now we're going through a period of kind of anti-religion, anti-church. People are sick of that shit. They're throwing the baby out with the bathwater because it's just not for them. They don't believe in the story. So if you don't believe in the story, then the moral of the story is also trash, right? Like, just when you find out about Santa Claus, you're like, well, fuck him and fuck his red suit, fuck his red bag, fuck all his reindeer. It's all fucking trash. That's how we're behaving anyway. Um, the truth is that that is thousands of years of human wisdom distilled into a book, and it's like being in a classroom and reading the same book together. What it does is it provides common ground to stand on. We all read the same book. We all read the same words. Now let's go around and discuss what these words mean to each of us. Without the book, without the textbook, without the book that we read together, we don't have anything to talk about. And I feel like this is why discussion is so fucking hard in today's modern America, is we have ripped the spine out of Western civilization because most things were tied to some form of religion, and that doesn't have to be Christianity. Because guess what? They all religions have a flood myth. All cultures have this myth. All cultures have very similar views, almost as if they're based on some sort of shared human history that is not complete bullshit and fabrication. Things that really did happen are reported in our history and in our religions. And recently we are coming to the realization that maybe there is not as much substance to the religion, or maybe there are certain things that are wrong. And instead of evaluating that and improving upon it, we've thrown it all out and we're trying to start over, but no one is forthcoming with any subject material for human beings to agree upon. So it's just become worship of money and power, what the government says. The law of the land is the only thing that helps people align their moral compasses with good and evil. It's human law. Um, and I believe there are spiritual laws. I believe just like the salmon are able to swim upriver and the birds are able to migrate without a compass, in the same manner, I believe that there is instinctual biological knowledge passed down between human beings that help to give us our innate understanding of what is right and wrong. I think that we have shared memories that make us understand and give us the power of empathy so that we can understand the concept of treat others as you would like to be treated. I mean, there's all these little tidbits of wisdom that you can get other places. It's I think it's understood by people that like the better you treat others, the better the world that you inhabit will be. You are part of the fabric that dictates what type of experience that you're going to have. So if you're around evil people and you're making the world a more evil place, then you are a purveyor of evil. And don't be confused when people are not treating you well and people don't respect what you have to say, people don't listen to you, because if that is how you are treating the rest of the world, then in my opinion, you deserve that. You deserve that treatment if that is how you're treating others. And karma is a bitch. So, we can debate religion, we can debate these things all we want, but I don't think that you can debate that larger sacrifices and larger plans will lead you to larger rewards. And I'm not trying to make this religious. It's literally, religion is a secondary consideration for me. I've come to these conclusions on my own, and then through reading the Bible and talking to people about the Bible and understanding what's in the book, I was then like, oh, okay, this is just like seems like good advice, you know. So even if you do not believe in the arcing religious story, there's some exceptional um, wisdom in the book, and wisdom is different than intelligence because intelligence is understanding a great many subjects, right? But wisdom is knowing which subjects are most important to focus your time and energy on because your time is limited. Um, resisting your urges is a form of meditation. Meditation is taking control of your mind so that you're not sitting there helpless as bad thoughts come into your head and they start rattling around. Your mind controls you unless you develop the power of meditation and you are able to clear your mind. Because meditation is at its base just saying no, I'm not going to think about that, and clearing the table, clearing your mind, saying I'm just going to focus on being present in my body. I'm going to focus on my breathing. I'm going to realize that I'm a human being who's having a lived experience in this moment right now, and I need to stop worrying about the fact that the electrical bill is due tomorrow, or I have a paper that I need to write, or I have a deadline for X, Y, and Z a week from now. I need a moment to just sit here and not be bothered by all the problems that don't matter in the world. Even my problems don't matter. It's perspective. And so this is why I believe that having discipline and depriving yourself of things is like meditation, because just like evil thoughts or thoughts that you don't want to deal with, if you have negative behaviors that are affecting you that you don't have control over because you've never developed discipline and you have no say over what you do because you're so impulsive that when you get upset, you just go do things. And then afterwards you say, man, I didn't even want to do that. I didn't even enjoy that. It was just a knee-jerk reaction to being upset. I went shopping and spent $1,000 or whatever it is. I went out and did drugs. I went out and got a bunch of booze and got shithoused, you know? I mean, if you like doing those things, then there's no problem. What I'm saying is, though, if you find yourself experiencing regret, then discipline is the only way out of that situation. And understanding your triggers, understanding your addictions, understanding the things in this world, whether it's advertisers or substances that are controlling you and making you do things that you otherwise would not be interested in doing. Discipline gives you control over your life. And through discipline, you can actually indulge yourself even more. Because through discipline, if you do want to take 2 weeks off and go have a great vacation, without discipline, it's going to be very difficult to achieve that goal. Probably not going on a vacation. You're probably just going to get DoorDash and play video games like you always do. Because you need to make a change in order for that vacation to materialize. So you will actually be able to indulge yourself more and indulge yourself on the things that you actually identify as being important and things that would actually make you happy versus immediate indulgences that are often toxic and unplanned and have no greater meaning for your life, are not advancing you, are not doing you any favors whatsoever. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my fucking ranting. Kind of like I was going to call it a TED Talk, but my fucking name is not Ted. So this is not, and Ted doesn't have a moratorium on talking about things either. So you, Ted, you can go. Anyway, I hope that made sense to you guys. Let me know how you feel about it. Have you thought deeply about this? Have you come to the conclusion that discipline is bullshit? Have you come to the conclusion that discipline and understanding and deeply thinking about your life and the things that make you happy, have you found that that's a positive for you? You know, I want to hear what you guys have to say too. Otherwise, I'm just over here talking to myself, um, losing slowly, devolving into chaos and lunacy, you know, which is fine. That's okay. That's kind of the trajectory I'm on anyway, so we're all good. You guys take care. I will talk to you again soon.